Okay, I'm gonna do one last video, and I was gonna joke around about it, but I'm not. I'm just gonna say some things that's been kind of hitting me. You know, one thing I don't get to borrow or ask for stuff from a lot of people. Like I'm not. I'm like I mean, I need help sometime, and maybe I could go to somebody. But it'd be like the last thing I do, and even if I could, I generally won't do it. But you have these ecosystems, or what I call a buddy system, where as soon as you got like a problem, it's like, you can't open a bottle, or you don't have a can opener. It's like Jay got a can opener, or your neighbor got a can, and so everybody like borrows, and everybody is always asking for, oh, I need some money. This, can I have this? Can I have that? Like I'm always like especially lately, people, or maybe because I'm making a little bit of money. People borrow from it, and I don't mind, but it's just like the mentality that's what you're supposed to do is like that's the hustle. It's like that's their game, that's their whole economic system. Is how many people I can borrow from, right? But that's not my thing because I couldn't if I wanted to, and I don't like to be a borrowing person. And if I did, like I said, it'd be no. It'll be no. But that seems to be a hustle. So I want to talk about these young lesbian women that are supposedly lesbian, right? They going around with it just seems like a bit of a hustle to me. I've been looking at this, and I don't mean to be judgmental, but like I said, it's like this, especially in Buffalo. I've been seeing a lot of women dressed up like men now, And the thing that bothers me about it is that it's like, I understand from like here up, but you still got you jiggling all in front trying to act all macho, and it's just not working for me, I mean, I want to believe you that you're a man and your hormones, but these is kind of like distracted. Like it's still like tingling the spidey senses. I don't care how much you dress up like a man. I'm like, I should try not to look like I know. And then sometimes you wish they were big, because you put your arm around them and be like, yo, what's up, bud? You know how people do that. They put their arm around you and be chatting you, hit you on the chest. My brother does that, I just want to go up to him and be like, what's up, buddy? I'm just saying, I was on a bus stop, and just like, I mean, she was supposed to be a thug, right? As if that's a man, And so she's walking around like all this, and I'm like, she, walking towards me like she tried to intimidate. And I'm like, closer. I mean, this is just like, it's breaking the image. It's just, it's it's breaking the fourth wall. It's just knocking. There's a little discontinuity there. So anyway, you got these women that are walking around and not. And what's funny about it is all the men that's walking around with their booty hanging out, right? I guess that's homo, right? And so they walking around with their booty up, but these girls don't do that. And I'm like, come on, thug it up, baby. I'm just saying. Anyway, what bothers me and what concerns me is like, I'm just like noticing, you got these fine looking women, and then they with this supposedly a man, supposedly a thug lesbian woman, right? Or a stud or whatever they call them, right? And it's like she's got a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old with her, right? And I'm like, okay, here we go with the issues again, I'm like, okay, your girlfriend is supposed to be a man, right? And I'm like, I got you with that, at least from here up, I got you. I mean, in my head, I buy into it from here up. From here down, I'm sorry, it's non-negotiable. But it's like, okay, all right, she's supposed to be, but how you got a kid? I know you ain't intravenous nothing. Somebody is like 50% lesbian, and 50% straight. I mean, 50% straight as an arrow, you know, as you were doing something with a man. And so it just seems like, you know, there's this like economy is like, it's like, oh, things don't work out with my man, then I'm gonna go get a girl and she gonna take care of me and my kid. And that's what I think a lot of it is, like this hustle, this like, you know, this borrowing women. And I'm saying this is like, because, you know, so many people are like, give me this, give me that, or can you help me, can you help me? And so these girls, these young girls go out and get pregnant, and then they find a girl, another woman to help take care of them. And so I used to sympathize with that. But now it's just like a hustle, it seems like, because there's so many of them doing it. And it's so many, it's like, no, you're not straight, you're not gay, because you were sleeping with some man. And you ain't intervene on nothing. Not that no damn, you know, you didn't intervene on nothing. So it just seemed like a hustle. But the thing about that, even that, it's like, you know, I've been a man for a long time, right? And so, you know, when you see this girl, and like I say, I usually get on gay men. When I talk about homosexuals, I'm usually talking about men. I'm not talking about women. Because women are a little, you know, they have closer, intimate relationships, you know, than men in general. So they can cross the line and go back, and they still not, you know, a man will say, well, you're not gay, you're not lesbian, I still want you. But if a man cross the line and come back, you still gay. It's no return. It's like, you know, you can't renege your heterosexuality. If you're a man, you heterosexual, and you cross the line, that's it. It's like virginity. Once it's gone, it's gone, you know? Well, so anyway, I used to kind of negotiate, you know, that's kind of like, yeah, she's a little bit, you know, just enough for me, you know? You know, enough I can look at a woman she might look to, whatever, you know, and it won't get mad at me. It'll just be like, okay, well, she was fine. You know, I can give that a break, you know. But anyway, but being a man has certain faux pas. Being a man as long as I have, you know, we used to have a thing, you know, where did the term MF come from? That was a bad name, right? You MF, you mother, you know. So it's like, if you had sex with a woman that just had a kid or was a mother, you was a MF'ER, you know, and that was like a low dog because you preying on a woman that just had a kid and she got responsibilities and you jumping up in somebody else's business and all of that stuff. It seems like now, you know, now at least with a man that used to be a sort of like a faux pas. It was like, you know what, you know, they call you an MF because you prey on women. It's like, you know, give the women a break that had a kid. You know, you don't want to just jump up on somebody else that just had a kid. You know, that's kind of low. I still don't do it to this day. You know, if they need some help or something like that, you know, that's what really tithing is for. You know, you know, I don't mind giving something, you know, but that don't mean I'm gonna just jump up and have sex with them, you know. So these women don't care about that. They are, you know, some of them had kids since they saw, so they motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but I couldn't rattle them. They a double entendre. They are sorry, y'all, I can't go there. Okay. They are MF and MF'ER. So anyway, I said enough. I'm just being politically incorrect. But it's a trip, you know. Anyway, like I said, I'm all for, you know, if there's always a third party when you have a child involved. Is, you know, in a homosexual, it's a third party. So to me, that's polygamy. So they should pass polygamy and resend the slaves. He said, pass play. I can't do it. Goodbye.